Loki's second season finale could bring with it the return of the original Avengers. Kang the Conqueror is not just a new villain. He represents a threat of unimaginable dimensions, eclipsing the magnitude of previous challenges. We are not simply talking about a battle for the present, but a conflict that spans multiple dimensions: past, present, future, and realities we didn't even know existed. The goal of each universe is to become the dominant timeline, which guarantees epic confrontations and unexpected alliances. In this video, we'll be explaining how Loki might recruit the Avengers and warn them of the trouble that's coming. And if you like all things Loki, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. If anything was clear in the first episode of Loki's second season, it's that nothing is what it seems, and Loki could have a leading role in this war, becoming the person for whom the Avengers unite again. In the past, the Avengers united to destroy Loki and save the world. This time they will have to join forces with the god of mischief to save the multiverse. The threat of Kang the Conqueror goes beyond any challenge faced by the Avengers before. His ability to manipulate time and conquer alternate realities makes him an interdimensional villain. Stopping him will require the mightiest heroes from all timelines. And this is where Loki could play a crucial role. After the events of the first season, we saw him evolve for the better. Now in search of redemption, Loki would embark on a mission to contact and recruit different versions of the Avengers across the multiverse. But first, the real Kang the Conqueror should be shown, and I don't mean the one we saw in Ant-Man and the Wasp, but the true variant that may not have been shown yet. A Kang so powerful that he who remains sacrificed himself to stop him. This Kang could be shown at the end of this season of Loki, showing the real danger he faces, and this would lead Loki to begin a search for help, starting with his brother. One of the most emotional reunions would undoubtedly be that of Thor and Loki, something that the producers have mentioned will eventually happen. These two sons of Odin shared a history of rivalry, betrayal, and redemption, making them two of Marvel's most iconic characters. Thor and Loki have been separated since the events of Avengers: Infinity War in 2018. There we witnessed the cruel murder of Loki at the hands of Thanos in one of the heartbreaking moments for fans. For although Loki has always been a villain, Thor always did his best to protect his brother. However, thanks to time travel in Avengers Endgame, an alternate timeline was created, where Loki manages to escape after the Battle of New York with the Tesseract, but is caught by the TVA. Thor thinks his brother is dead, and he's not wrong. That version that died at the is not the same as the Loki series, but he could feel the same appreciation for his brother. After the death of He Who Remains, Kang has a free path to extend his tyrannical rule over all of reality. The remaining Avengers would surely look for a way to confront him. Thor, being one of the mightiest heroes, would prove invaluable in a battle of this magnitude. It is possible that Doctor Strange, as a watchman of the threats of the planet, discovers through his visions the approaching danger and summons the available Avengers. What if this time it was Loki himself who ends up gathering the Avengers, including Thor, to defeat Kang? It would be a very ironic situation. In the first Avengers movie, it was Nick Fury who recruited the entire team, with the goal of stopping Loki when he was trying to invade Earth. Now, many years later, it could be Loki who is forced to reunite those same heroes who defeated him in order to save the multiverse. Driven by guilt and the desire to redeem himself after causing this disaster, Loki could become a kind of Nick Fury. Using his powers, he would travel through time and space, contacting and recruiting different versions of the Avengers, and creating a version of the Avengers, but of variants chosen by him. Eventually, he would also appear before Thor to ask for his help. Thor was the only one who never gave up hope that Loki could change, despite his constant betrayals. Thor would see the sincerity and desperation in Loki's eyes. Despite all the pain and mistrust between them, following events like the invasion of New York, Thor still loved him like a brother. The bond between the two had been broken since Loki learned he was adopted, filling him with envy and resentment. But Thor was confident that his brother could be more than his worst impulses. Loki had proven his worth in the past, before resentment darkened his heart. But Loki's redemption in his series has shown that behind that attitude was a deeply wounded person, longing to find his place in the world. Thor would not reject his brother. In fact, this could be what paves the way to future films of the two together. For now they have a second chance. As Loki has seen what his future would have been like, including his death, if not for TVA's interference in his timeline. If Loki begins his quest for Thor, who would undoubtedly bring untold power to the team? Who would be the other key Avengers to defeat Kang? Clearly, they need someone with experience in multidimensional travel, so Doctor Strange would be an ideal choice. His mastery of magic and the multiverse make him a critical piece. They also need pure brute force, someone who can win direct confrontations. For this, Hulk would be invaluable, also contributing his intellect as Bruce Banner. Following this line, Ant-Man and the Wasp could join after having already acquired some experience with other variants of Kang in the quantum realm. Other possible members would be Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, if she survived, and more recognizable heroes. But there is one person who has faced Loki before and understands the mechanics of time travel: Tony Stark. While he sacrificed himself in the main timeline, Loki could recruit an alternate version of Iron Man, who is still alive. With his inventions and strategic genius, Stark would be the final piece of the puzzle to have a real chance against Kang the Conqueror. And this journey of Loki's to reunite the original Avengers could start right at the end of the second season of his series, paving the way for the showdown with Kang in Kang's dynasty. I think this would be a very interesting way to end this season, and we'll wait and see if this is a theory that comes true. But tell me, what are your thoughts about all this? Do you think Loki will reunite the Avengers? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.